This is truly the most exciting release by Reebok this year, and this is the main reason. Hey guys, welcome back to our Kicks Wizards channel. Today we're looking at the Reebok Question Blue Pearl Toe that is releasing this Friday, the 19th of August on Reebok.com, and their retail partners all across the United States. And immediately I want to point your attention to the box, because for me personally, this is the most exciting part about this release, because Reebok are finally bringing back the classic mid-90s Reebok boxes, and the boxes they are mimicking are these ones, but you can see how much bigger this one is. Obviously there's some noticeable differences, which I'm going to show you. Of course, back in the day, these original boxes were lid boxes, so all the shoes came out like this. And on the side, not only we had the name of the shoe, but we also had the sport and all the other information that you might need if you are picking up that in the store. Now, of course, this box is a pull-out box, which is kind of an upgrade considering this one is with the lid. It's a little bit bigger, which is good. And now the label, it's a little bit different. We have a smaller label. It says RBK. It says the information about the shoe, no longer information about what kind of sport they're covering. And I don't know why it's RBK. I think the original Reebok Question released in this exact box with Reebok on it, not RBK. RBK abbreviation was kind of like more of a later periods, early 2000s to mid 2000s, before the company was sold to Adidas. But yeah, you guys are gonna see it on close-ups as well. I'm gonna show you all the details. But without further ado, let me pull out the shoes and show it to you as well. A lot of you have been waiting for this release for quite some time. There's some information earlier this year that they're going to be released in the States. I think they were released in some other markets preliminary. So the information was out there. Is a matter of time when we're going to see them coming over here. And right off the bat, I can tell you some of the things that I'm noticing. They're quite different compared to the previous release, which I believe it was about 10 years ago. 2012, 2013, when these released. My previous retro pair is buried in the closet somewhere deep, so I can't really pull it out without spending a day digging through, unfortunately. But I have a couple of the retro ones that I'm constantly wearing, so I know the differences immediately. Of course, let's get the elephant out of the room immediately. Leather quality, yeah, it's not there. It's not where it's supposed to be. We have leather panels on the side. We have leather panels over here where the vector is as well. But at the back, this is, again, we have synthetic and synthetic upon synthetic. This is not what we saw on the previous retro, but I'm not surprised, because the last, I don't know, 2-3 years, maybe a little bit more, pretty much all Question retros were coming out with this synthetic patch. We have synthetic on the ton. Speaking of the ton, these are produced in February of this year, so you can judge about 6 months ago. So that's why the information was quite ahead at the time released. We have synthetic laces, slightly on the thicker side, which I like it that way. They're not cotton, unfortunately. This is the outsole, a little bit darker than my liking. I think the original pair was completely clear and ice, just like the outside Hexalite pods. They were clear, they were not colored like that. The toe box is a little bit slimmer than the previous versions, obviously slimmer than the original one. But to me, these later ones fit a little bit better. The original ones and earlier retros, when they had a little bit more room over here, they were slightly on the sloppier side for me personally. I know other people on the opposite side of the fit. So yeah, I don't know what to tell you. For me, these are true to size. Now, the other thing here to mention is obviously the toe box, and the toe box is synthetic leather, just like all the other pearlized toes we've seen in the past. The blue or the red, they're synthetic. But one thing I'm noticing is they're not that bright, they're not that pearlized, and they're not that popping like the ones I've seen before. These are more muted, kind of a matte blue. The pearlized effect is not that pronounced. But of course, again, I was expecting that. I know where the corners are going to be cut. This is normally the toe box, and the back panels right here, same as the ton. But just a quick note off to the side, if I pull the DR.J pair that you guys see a couple of weeks ago, now here the toe box is genuine leather, and it's buttery smooth, nice, super soft leather. where this one we're talking about synthetics, and I understand why they cannot surprise us and make this pearlized toe genuine leather. Now, see the differences here. This one is definitely a much more quality release pair. I absolutely love this one, by the way, because of the materials and the clean look. But this one is absolutely classic. Of course, we have the blue toe and we have the red toe. These were the original colorways. They were released back in the day and everybody wanted them. Of course, on the back, we have the signature Question logo. We have number 3 on the bottom in white, surrounded by the red color, and all around blue. We have the stitching in the front. So I'm really hoping someday we're gonna see actual originally released pairs, just like they were, with exaggerated toe lip, without the stitching, and with the vector logo in the front. I'm not holding my breath too much for that, but it will be nice to see. Now, padding wise, it's okay. It's nothing to blow your mind, but it's significant. Side padding is nice. It's okay. The tone is okay as well. Nothing really striking me as a big issue. And if I pull the insoles out, you'll see what is on them. They're a little bit different than what we've seen before. And one of them has Reebok logo on it. The other one has the Question logo. Both are forming Allen Iverson's face. If I get them like this close to each other, you guys can see. So definitely not like the original one. And obviously we're having the cheaper looking run-of-the-mill insoles. They're not Ortholite, they're not polyurethane. There's none of that stuff. I already mentioned that we're not probably gonna get any of these anytime in the future unless production moves out of where it is right now in Vietnam, back to China or, you know, Korea preferably, but that's never gonna happen. And obviously you guys are gonna see them on feet. They look excellent. In my opinion, this color combination is so classic. You cannot go wrong with a Question in this specific colorway. A lot of people prefer the blue pearlized toe over the red one. For me personally, I am a much bigger fan of the red pearl toe, which red is my personal favorite color. Red is my personal favorite color, but of course the pearl blue is second favorite. And yeah, you can see classic look. They're always gonna look good. And this leather being synthetic right here, you can wear them all year round, even in the winter when there's snowing. This is going to prevent a lot of that snow or water going through. So they're pretty much all around the year kind of shoe. Now this pair was provided to me by Reebok before the actual release, of course, and mine looks great. No imperfections, no noticeable or big glue stains or any misalignments or big problems. So yeah, once again, these are releasing this Friday, August 19th on Reebok.com and a lot of their partnering retailers. So if you want to grab a pair, grab yourself one. For me, they're going through the size. They fit me perfectly well. And again, I've said that many times before. They're not uncomfortable, but they're not going to be as comfortable as they were as an original pair or even some of the previous retros. Because of that infamous insole, there was polyurethane with a crash pad or shock pad. Very thick, very comfortable, very nice. And of course, we don't have the original Hexalite, but this is something we've discussed many times before. And honestly, what they're doing with the Hexalite on the Questions is actually this as closest as possible to the original one, where other models release with slightly different Hexalite, which is not even as good as this one. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Hit the thumbs up if you like the video, stay tuned to the channel, subscribe if you're new. There are a lot of videos to come very soon. I have plenty of pairs to review for you guys. And as always, you have a wonderful day.